Welcome to Orario Class 10 Physics classes. Today we are going to discuss the second portion of our first chapter. I think all of my students are well known and you know all the first chapter portions, and if you have any kind of doubts you can comment in the comment section and I will get up to you. So today we are going to discuss we are going to do some problems related to the Joule's law and Ohm's law. In the last class, we discussed about the Joule's law, and from Joule's law, we derived an equation which is H is equal to I square RT. To make familiar with this equation, we can do a problem. We are considering an electrical equipment working with a current of 0.2 ampere and it have a resistance of 100 ohm and it works for a time of 5 minutes. According to the question, the given data are the equipments have a current of 0.2 ampere and it's have a resistance R of 100 ohm and it's working for a time of 5 seconds. So we want to find how much heat energy is produced in this circuit. So from the equation we know that H is equal to I square RT, and here we can substitute the known values. They are 0.2 whole square into 100 into 5, and the answer will be 0.04 into 100 into 5. So you make the calculation and write how much heat energy will be produced in Joule. So the heat energy produced in this circuit will be 20 Joule. So this is a simple problem and we are making small difference here. Here the same equipment is working for a time of 5 minutes. What happens or how much will be the heat energy produced in the circuit if this equipment is worked for 5 minutes? The equations are the same, H is equal to I square RT, and we want to substitute the values in this equation. So the I will be 0.2, so 0.2 whole square into resistance 100 into T. The T here, the time here is 5 minutes. Students, please take care that if the question gives you the time in minutes or hours, we want to convert all this into standard form of seconds. So if the time given here is 5 minutes, first of all you want to convert this 5 minutes into seconds, and for that we can multiply this with a 60. So the total seconds or the total time it works will be 300 seconds. Then we want to substitute this 300 in this equation. So the answer will be 0.04 into 100 into 300. Find out how much heat energy will be produced here in joules. By simplifying this equation, we can get an answer of 1200 joules, which means If this equipment is work for a 5 minutes, the heat energy will be 1200 joules. Okay. So there is so many problems given in your textbook in let us assess in the last portion of this textbook. So in the first chapter, the last portions of the first chapter, there will be 2 or 3 problems. So you try to solve that problems your own. If you have any doubts, let me know, and I can help you to solve that problems. So we were discussing about the Joule's law, and we use an equation to find out the heat energy produced from the equipments. So the heat energy produced in an equipment have an equation H is equal to I square RT. And also we discussed about Ohm's law, which states V is equal to I into R. From the Ohm's law, we can form 3 equations. We can write an equation for finding resistance R, that will be V by I. And another equation, the I can be written as V by R. So these 3 relations are derived from Ohm's law. So substituting these relations into this equation, we can also derive another 2 equations from this Joule's law. That's H is equal to I square RT. I am substituting this relation I is equal to V by R into the equation, like H is equal to V by R for I. So V by R whole square R into T. So the equation will be H is equal to V square R T divided by R. So the same time the R square. So we have an R and R square in numerator and denominator. So we can cut 1 from each side. So this will be in a simplified form like V square T by R, which means we can use this equation for finding heat energy. In which condition? In a condition that question where I is not given. When a question you get where there is no current is given and the values of voltage, time and resistance is given, you can use this equation for solving that problem. And from this equation, so from this we write that the second equation for the Joule's law, that is V square T by R, like that. Here I can write a relation R is equal to V by I. We can also substitute this equation V by I for R. So the equation will be I square, R is written as V by I into T. So what happens? When we simplify, this equation will be I square V into T divided by I. Like the earlier portion, we can neglect one I from the upper portion and from the denominator and numerator. The equation will be H is equal to V I T. So from this we can know that we can use this equation for finding heat energy produced in a condition or in a question where resistance is not given. When the resistance is not given and you have the value of voltage, current and time, you can use this equation. So the third equation for the Joule's law, we can write it as H is equal to V I T. So using these 3 equations, you can solve problems very easily. So you can solve problems very easily in the each situations where if the values are missing. In a question where is voltage is not given, you can use H is equal to I square RT. In a question where current is not given, you can directly use this equation H is equal to V square T by R. If an question comes from there is no resistance value is given, then you can use H is equal to VIT. So these three equations will be useful for solving problems. So you can see different type of problems in your textbook. So we can solve each questions and know how these equations are working. Okay, now we can solve some of the problems given in our textbook. In the textbook, page number 12. The page number 12, there is a first dot. A question says that how much will be the heat developed if 0.2 ampere current flows through a conductor of resistance 200 ohm for 5 minutes. From the question, first of all, we want to write the given data, and they are, from the question, it's known as that's a current flowing through the circuit is 0.2 ampere, and it's also said that the resistance in that circuit is R is 200 ohm, and also says that the equipment is working for a time that is T is equal to 5 minutes. So the question says, or question wants to find the heat energy developed in this circuit. And for solving the question, we know that for finding heat energy in a circuit, we can use the equations. There are three equations. First of all, we want to note that what are the given data. The given data are current, resistance and time. So the values, the equations, we can use the equation H is equal to I square RT for solving this question. So the I is given in this question, R is also given in this question, T is also given. So simply by substituting all the values, we can derive the answer. But here the time is given in minutes. Before solving the question problem, we want to convert this given minutes into seconds. So students, please take care. Always the time want to be in seconds. If the time is given in minutes or hours, you want to convert it into seconds. For solving or converting these minutes into seconds, we can multiply the given values with 60. So the 5 into 60, which means 300 seconds. So we want to substitute this 300 in the equation. So how will be the equation changes? The H is equal to I, which is 0.2 I square 0.2 the whole square into 200 into time T is equal to 300. Okay. So the equation will be simplified as 0.04 into 200 into 300. And what will be the answer? The answer will be 2400 joule. Okay. So simply by putting the values from the known equations, we can derive the values. Okay. Here we get an answer equal to 2400 joule. We know that 1000 gram is equal to 1 kilogram. like that 1000 liter is 1 kiloliter. 1000 meter is 1 kilometer. So, what will be the value for 1000 joule? 1000 joule can be written as 1 kilojoule. So, here how many kilojoule of energy is produced? For finding, to convert joule into kilojoule, we can simply divide the given value by 1000. So, the answer will be 2.4 kilojoule. 2.4 kilojoule. If the question demands you to find the value in kilojoule, you want to simply divide the given answer or the getting answer with 1000. Then it will be converted into kilojoule. So, you want to take that in your mind or remember always when you are doing a problem. So, this is a simple problem given in the textbook. You also try to solve this equation. So solve this problem yourself. And another question in this same page number 12 is saying that let's find out the heat developed in 3 minutes by a device of resistance 920 ohm working under 230 volt, which means a device is working for 3 minutes, which in resistance of 920 ohm is given there. Also, it have working under a voltage of 230. So, in the like the first question, first of all we want to write what are the given data. In the given data, they are saying the voltage V is equal to 230 volt, and also they are saying it have a resistance of 920 ohm, 920 ohm, and also it works for a time of 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay. So, here look, what are the given conditions? What are the given conditions? It's working under a potential difference or voltage of V is equal to 230 volt, resistance of 920 ohm and working for 3 minutes. The given data are voltage, resistance and time. So, which equation can be used for solving this problem? From the second equation, H is equal to V square T by R. We can simply substitute these values to the equation and solve this problem. If we can substitute all these things, before substituting the values, we want to take care the given time is in minute. So, we want to convert the minute into second. For doing that, we can multiply 3 into 60 and that will be 180 seconds. So, the value must be 180 seconds. So, the equation by substituting the values will be changed to 230 volt square into time will be into 180 seconds divided by 920 ohm of resistance. By solving this, we will get a heat energy H 10,350 joules. 10,350 joules. How can we convert this joule into kilojoule? By dividing it with 1000 and it will be 10.350 kilojoule. 10.350 kilojoule. In this session, they are also saying that the heat energy H is measuring in unit joule. Also, we can use another unit which is known as calorie. We can also use the unit calorie for measuring heat energy. So, according to this, 1 calorie is simply denoted as CAL. 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joule, which means 4.2 joule will automatically we can say it as 1 calorie. So, how many calories of heat energy is derived here or given here? Here the joule value is 10,350. From here we want to find how many calories will be 10,350 joules. For finding that, we can simply divide that value with 4.2 and we will get a value in 2, 4. Okay. For converting this amount of joule energy or joule into calorie, we want to divide the given joule value with 4.2. So, we can get the same value in calorific value or the calories, which means the heat energy H 10,350 joule is equal to 2,464.2 calories. So, we can use two type of units for heat energy. They are joule, which is represented by the letter J, and also calorie, which is represented by the letters CAL. And the conversion will be like this: 1 calorie means 4.2 joules. Some problems will be the energy will be given with the joule energy or in the calories, and we want to convert it into joules before we start to solve the problem. Okay, students, relating to this topic, there are some more problems given in our textbook. Let's assess in the textbook page number 29. In the let's assess, there is a problem number 2. The problem number 2 says that the 0.5 ampere current flows through an electric heating device connected to 230 volt supply, and there is 4 another questions are given below that main question. So, we can solve each one. Then let's assess page number 29, question number 2. And the given data are the current flowing through the circuit I is equal to 0.5 ampere and it's connected to a 230 volt supply, which means the voltage is 230 volts. Okay, and the question below that, the A question says that the quantity of charge flows through the circuit in 5 minutes is, which means the question A, the 2A, we want to find that what is the charge flowing through this circuit for 5 minutes. So, here given that the charge flow is taking for 5 minutes. So, in the earlier sessions, we derived an equation I is equal to Q by T. And here we want to find what is the amount of charge flown through the circuit if it is operated for 5 minutes. So, we want to find Q, and the equation will be Q is equal to I into T. So, substituting the known values, the I is given as 0.5 ampere and time is also given. Before substituting the value of time, we want to convert this 5 minutes to seconds, and it will be 5 into 60, that's 300 seconds. So the amount of charge Q will be I is 0.5 into T 300 and the answer will be 150 coulomb. The 150 coulomb. So the question 2A is solved here. Okay, what was the condition given in that question? The 0.5 ampere current is flowing through the circuit for a time of 5 minutes. What is the Q here? And the Q here is solved like this. So there is a part B for this question. And student, please go through the B question. What the question B is demanding us to find: how much is the resistance of the circuit? 2B. 2B says to find the resistance of the circuit. So we want to find R value. We don't know what is R. We want to find the R. So here we want to substitute the relations from Ohm's law. We want to substitute the relations from Ohm's law, and according to Ohm's law, what will be the relation for finding R? R is equal to V by I. R is equal to V by I, and R value is we want to find the R value with the help of voltage 230 divided by current 0.5. And what will be the answer? Resistance R will be 115 ohm. The resistance R will be 115 ohm. Okay. The question B demands us to find what is the resistance of the circuit. So for finding the resistance, we need the relations from Ohm's law. That is V by I is equal to R. The V is given in the question 230 volt and I is also given in the question. By substituting those values in the equations, we can find R is equal to 115 ohm. Okay. Then the question is not yet completed. There is a part C for this question. What the question C says? The C question says, calculate the quantity of heat generated when current flows in the circuit for 5 minutes. Which says the question C wants us to find the heat energy produced in this circuit. The heat energy produced in this circuit if the circuit is operated for 5 minutes. The circuit is operated for 5 minutes. Okay. Here the I is given, the V voltage is given, and the time T also given. So we can use the equation H is equal to VIT, and substituting the values, V is equal to 230 into 0.5 into, and the main portion here the time is given in seconds, which the time is given in the time is given in minutes, that is 5 minutes, and it will be equal to 300 seconds. We already done this in the part A. So we want to substitute 300 seconds here. The answer will be 34,000. Okay. So when we substitute the 300 seconds for time, the equation will be 230 into 0.5 into 300. By solving this, we will get a value of 34,500 joules. So converting it into kilojoules, we can write it as 34.5 kilojoules of energy is produced by this circuit when it is working for a time of 5 minutes. Okay students, today we discussed how to solve problems using Joule's law equations. First of all, we derived 3 equations for Joule's law, and the 3 equations are: the first one, H is equal to I square RT. where when we want to use this equation, we can use this equation in a question where the voltage is not given. And the second equation is H is equal to V square T by R in a question where the current is not given. And the third equation is H is equal to VIT, where the resistance is not given. So we can use three equations for solving different type of given conditions in different type of questions. We derived these equations with the help of Ohm's law relations, and we solved different questions, three questions precisely, and we used different questions and different equations in each of the time, and we solved all the equations. So for practices, you also do the questions given in textbooks, and in another questions will be provided. And if you have any kind of doubts regarding this topic and this portion, please let me know. You can ask it in the comment section. Thank you.